Hello, Bloodstains. This is season 12, week 6, and this is your recap. I'm Rob Top, and I'm here with Matt. Hello, Matt.
Hello, I am coming to you from my remote broadcasting location somewhere in the south of England. So you'll forgive me if it gets a little bit patchy. I'm through hotel Wi-Fi at the moment, but we have an exciting week of Blood Bowl to go over with you.
Yeah, the quality's not going to be as good this week, and Matt is cutting in and out of my headphones a little bit, so I'll try not to talk over Matt, and maybe vice versa. I'm not sure, but we've got a feeling that the actual the playback's going to be fine. So we'll see.
Okay, so let's get started with the first match. So this was the Orkshire Ripper going 3-0 up against the AI. Prediction-wise, we both went 2-0.
Oh, I remember Liam's post. He said it could have been 4-0, so something happened at the end, which obviously was maybe a failed go for it or something like that. But I've looked at the dice rolls and stuff for this game, and he's hammered him, hasn't he? He's hammered the AI.
Yeah, it's good. Like, it's very tempting against the AI, especially Elf AI, just to go for a solid 2-0. That's kind of why I went for that prediction. But yeah, he's just smashing it, basically. SPP wise, that's a lot. Oh, they didn't do anything. The AI didn't do anything. Wow.
But he didn't get many level ups. I think he only got one level up. Because of all his players are sort of, like level 2, level 3, 4
they're pretty
players.
developed, yeah.
Yeah, so I can't remember who got the level up now. And if I remember rightly, he chose well. But yeah, just looking at the dice rolls, it was all quite normal, if I remember rightly. It's just a case of he's played really well against the AI, who have tripped up a couple of teams this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Just having a quick look at that, and it's more or less what you'd expect. Hardly any blocks being thrown by the AI there. Going to go into the teams to have. We'll start with the AI. Just see if
they're beaten up bad. They've hardly got a team left.
Oh wow! Oh, they got some movement on that line, man.
Do you remember we were saying what's he going to take, and we thought he was going to take dodge, and it turns out he's got a movement.
Okay, we were right about the tackle, though, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty gnarly witch elf. Like, if you put wrestle on there, that's pretty good ball hawk for the AI. So
I think it's been like that a while now.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh yeah,
I think it has.
So, but the more interesting thing, let's head over to the Yorkshire Ripper, and let's have a quick look there. So, yeah, it's still a super developed team, isn't it?
But he's listened to us, hasn't he? Look, he's got 13 players now.
Ah, he's got a goblin.
Yeah, and he bought an extra lineman as well. So, well done, Liam, taking our advice. Hopefully it pays off for you,
Hopefully it pays off for you. If it doesn't, I'm sure we'll have an awkward conversation the next time we're at a live match.
Although saying that, I've been looking at the league and how it looks like it's going to unfold, and Liam for fourth spot. So
just repeat that again. You cut out slightly.
I said Liam looks like he's the favourite to grab that fourth spot that I'm after. So I don't like giving Liam advice anymore. No more advice for Liam, right?
don't worry, Liam. I'll do you all right. So do you remember who got the level up? I think is it Jack here? Is it Jack here getting guard?
Maybe I can't remember. It looks like Jack the Ripper, doesn't it?
Yeah, but so that's pretty good.
Is that 15 out of 16?
That is 15 out of 16. That was what was giving me pause. But just in general, in terms of like the way the team's progressing, lots of block, lots of guard, strength and stat ups where they're needed. It's just generally solid. Like, it just as always, just generally solid play. Moving on to the next match. It's the Looney Tunes versus the Dreamsters. Now, in terms of predictions, You predicted the Looney Tunes were going to go 1-0 up. I predicted that the Dreamsters were going to go.
I was trying to give you play a mental game against you because I knew you wasn't really looking forward to this game at all. And
I was during the play. I was really like tilted for the first half. Like I was legit tilted.
I just remember right at the beginning when you set your players up, and straight away I said to you, "Oh, mistake number one. You know, you've let me get the chainsaw on David Bowie. I think it was."
Oh no, it was Vega. It was the Blitzer.
Vega. Yeah, but it didn't quite come off, did it? I wish that I could play you again with the same setup because I'd have chose a little bit differently on the inducements. And I think I was a little bit diced, but you did play well, mate.
And we will give a shout out. This match is up on the Bloodstains channel. Al's done a very good, not recap, commentary over the top of it. So if you're interested in seeing more of the exact details of how it played out, you should go and check that out. I mean, in general, it was elves running away from goblins a lot. Trying to protect all the good players, and just occasionally just doing elf things and getting the ball. And I think I broke your drive twice. Is that right?
Yeah, you leapt in a couple of times.
One was a drive break, and one was a because it was 0-0 in the first half because you didn't want to score with Ripper, who had once again got an interception. You didn't want to give me some KO recovery, so didn't score. When you could have for the start player.
That was a stupid move, really, wasn't it? Because you took my chainsaw guy out your turn one.
Oh yeah, I was very scared of the chainsaw guy. I was very scared.
I think I took a loner out or just a blank normal lineman.
It was just normal
lineman. And you just come in and took the chainsaw out. And then in the first half, my ball and chain failed a go for it as well. Snake eyes it, and he got movement. He got movement busted, didn't he? So I two of my best weapons out. I should have scored at the end of the first half, but I was just worried about, them bribes, and I was worried about you because how many KOs did I get? Half your team was gone, wasn't it?
I was down to a couple at one point, I think.
I didn't want to have two lots of KO rolls, but it turns out that you've just got most of your KOs back and them over.
Like 6% ball possession is certainly a thing to have and win 2-0. You can tell what kind of play was going on there, and it involves throwing the ball about. SPP wise, you got a bunch. Like, we both did pretty well here.
Well, you were scared that I was going to kill your team, and you've ended up taking out all of my weapons. I had no weapons for my next game. So you've destroyed my... Well, I've sort of destroyed my team as much as you did, actually. The bomb injured my bomber. My go for it guy, the ball and chain, he floored himself and took himself out. And you took the chainsaw guy out. So that's pretty much all my weapons gone. Yeah,
I mean, looking at the dice here, Looney Tunes... not too bad.
Yeah, I had a lot of sixes and four fives and sixes.
Yeah. Dice wise, I think I'm doing slightly better there. Well, 3 is obviously a critical number for a lot of things. Going back to the block dice, you're not doing super good on the block, but then again, you're doing a lot of 3 dice blocks. Wow, I was not blocking you very much there, was I? I was running away for a lot of that match. Woof. And going on to the teams, we're going to go and see the state of things. I mean, you did kill a lot of elves, but it was mostly the rookies. I think I was two players permanently out. A rookie thrower who I've replaced, and a rookie lineman who I haven't, because I'm going to have a loner on the line for the next match, I think.
Okay.
I think that's right. I think it's not correct to buy one now and go into it and have them the risk of getting injured on the line.
Really? Who are you playing?
AV7. It doesn't really matter. We can go into. I think it's humans.
Okay. Oh, and you're thinking if you get man the match on your loaner,
I can just buy him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, in terms of level ups, I went for safe throw on my thrower, and now there's a lot of arguments that I should have taken accurate there. But I found, and I know that the actual advice is to take accurate over safe throw there. But in terms of the actual play style I've been doing, I've generally not been making the kind of throws where the accurate would actually do anything at all. And I've been making... People have kind of clocked a little bit about the way that I move the parallels around, and so they're getting interceptions. So, and I've had situations, at least 2 big situations, where I've had, or 3 that come to mind, where I've had drives fail because of an interception. An on-6 interception. So it's just even though it's not the optimal play overall in terms of the meta, for my play style, I just think it's more value, and it's not super tricky to get up to level 3 with a thrower, especially since they're a lot safer now. Yeah, what else? Who else?
I really like that skill. He doesn't fumble it. He keeps hold of the ball if it's a fumble for whatever reason.
Oh no, it still fumbles on a 1, but it's just it doesn't fumble.
Yeah, but you don't got the ball. It's not a turnover.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. So if you're trying a long bomb, so you get a -2 on the long bomb, but you've got strong arm, so that give you a +1. So on a long bomb, you're fumbling it on a 1 or 2. But as I say, if you do roll a 1 or 2, then it just keep hold of the ball.
I think the 1 might still do it. It's the 2 that doesn't, but I'd need to check the actual rolling. No,
honestly, click on your person and go on to the skills for it.
That's right. We do have it right in front of us. Yeah, I think it's on any roll other than a natural 1.
Oh yeah, you got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it does reduce the odds significantly of their bit, especially for the long bombs, which is where you'd be wanting accurate to be there. So you're kind of giving yourself a little bit of mitigation for what you'd be doing in accurate anyway. I went with.
So if you're in tackle zones as well, you can try throwing it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Nerves are still maybe a bit good on him, but Edge 5 he'd be.
Edge 5 is the one I want. After that, accurate, I think. Dave leveled up. I went with dodge for him. There's an argument for tackle to make him a much better ball hawk. He rolled plus movement, so there was an argument for movement as well. But he just gets hit so much when he's leaping into cages. He just needs that a little bit of survivability. Because what I want, I just think you're going to get to the next skill up if I take dodge. If I took something else, the chances of him dying are pretty high. And then I had my Edge 5 catcher. I went with leap on because leap is good on Edge 5 people.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, he can leap onto a ball that's in 1 tackle zone and it's 2+2+. That just seems good.
Yeah, you're building a really nice team. My goblins really didn't stand a chance to get to this team. In all fairness,
I'm just glad you only took out the scrubs. Really, I thought you were gonna.
Yeah, you protected your movement 10 guy well. He practically wasn't even playing, was he? He was just the other side of the pitch.
Up until the point that I passed to him and he scored, which was the plan.
Yeah.
Gonna have a look at the gobbos here.
My team, I fiddled around with it. I sacked the Tasmanian Devil because his movement busted.
Oh yeah. You've got to really.
I've got no money for anything else. I've got Phil next, and you've destroyed my team, so I'm a bit gutted there. I was hoping to do a bit of damage to Phil, but there we go.
Well, you've got inducement money. You could induce a chainsaw, like rookie chainsaw.
Yeah, I might.
It's really just the chainsaw you're missing.
I've got a game plan, but I'm not gonna say it. I'll talk about my game plan afterwards. It feels too worthy of an opponent to give away my plan. I might sack Daffy Duck.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you got 2 skills in him, which I know you've been trying to avoid.
If you click on him, are they 4 man in the matches? Aren't they?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 4 man of matches. He got man of match last game. It's the one person I don't want to level up. So yeah, he might go. I'm not sure. I might get rid of Sylvester the Cat as well, to just try to get that TV down a little bit. But yeah, losing my troll when Ken killed my troll, that put me on my back foot. But there we go. I'm enjoying the. I really, really like them, and I've got a feeling I'll be back next season with them wherever I finish. Would you get an apothecary on my team?
It's difficult because I know it's going to add to your TV, but you would have saved your it was
Ball and chain,
you would have saved your ball of chain.
He had grabbed. Do you remember?
Yeah, I did. It depends if you're going to commit to it. If you're going to commit to being this wrecking ball of destruction across every other team in the league, which you appear to be doing, then you might as well commit to your actual goal. It depends, though, doesn't it? I don't know.
It's a tough one. I'm learning different things all the time, like learning how to play against strength teams and edge teams, and as I put in my post on Facebook, I'm looking forward to my game against Callum. I've got an idea of how to treat pro elves now.
Okay, it looks like I've gotten away early. Gotten away good, getting the match in early there.
Yeah, if I'd have played Callum before, we'll see.
Yeah, so Punch and Posse, you saw this match.
This was last night's game. Yeah, the one that delayed everything. I know both of the guys are busy. Barry's just moved and feels like working hard and got a little baby. But this game was interesting. The ogre picked up the ball straight away, the sure hands ogre, and he just had no boneheads at first, and he just took out player after player. He actually killed Barry's favourite player, the one that got the man of the match there.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but he appoed it, and now he's got a niggle.
All right.
So yeah, it was obvious Barry, but that was like turn 3, and Barry's only got 11 players, and Barry was getting beaten in the half. Phil ended up scoring because he got put under pressure around about turn 6, and then Barry looked like, when it was the next kickoff, there was a riot, so Barry had 4 turns to score, and it looked like Barry could have easily done it, but he didn't. He sort of fell to bits a little bit. He really concentrated on beating all the snots up, and there was only 1 left for the second half. And he didn't last. Oh no, I think he lasted most of the half actually. He was staying away from the ogres as much as he could. Barry should have used his claw yeti to more effect, bringing that armor 9 down to 7. But it wasn't Barry's day, and there was one point where Barry had completely lost the plot. Fouls a snotling on the floor, gets sent off. And then he sort of got to grips with it and ended up scoring, if I remember rightly, to make it 1-1. And then towards the end of the game, it really looked like Phil was going to do 1. And he had the right guy with the ball. There was a couple of turns left. And ogres, being as big as they are, were hiding a Norse elf, I think it was. And he tried just moving it was the stand firm ogre. He tried moving him, and then immediately realised it was a 4+ dodge, but he'd already clicked the button. He tried to re-roll.
You hate to see it. Oh, it sucks. It's happened to me. I've done it before as well. It's bad.
The re-roll worked, and he managed to dodge him out. And then when it came to actually moving the ball carrier, he boneheaded.
Had no re-roll. Oh no!
Yeah. And then he didn't have the squares to make it to the touchdown, and he ended up having to do this crazy play because the guy that could score was boneheaded from the last turn, so he couldn't run over and hand it off to him. So he had to run that guy to the end zone and then try a crazy pass. Yeah, it wasn't happening.
Prediction-wise, you went 1-0 to Phil on this, and I'm doing okay this week. I predicted a 1-1, so I'm doing okay.
You cut out. What did you say? 1-1.
I said 1-1. Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Yeah. Well done.
So yeah, let's have a look at the statistics of the match. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much backing up what you were kind of saying there, right? Like very very close SPP wise. Yeah, like pretty big in terms of SPP, especially here. Like, oh, these are all the ogres as well, right?
Yeah, but Phil pretty much doesn't use the Snotlings for anything apart from assist or creating tackle zones. That's it. And before the game, he said, "I don't care about Snotlings. They can all die if they want." And I think 2 of them died in that game, and another one real badly hurt. So, yeah, it's all about ogres with Phil. Ogres and rerolls. He took 3 rerolls as the inducements, which worked out quite well. And Bjork's Berserkers, they just got loads of casualties from killing Snotlings.
I mean, on the previous match as well, in terms of inducements, I think you took an extra ball and chain stopper.
Ripper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure. I think the 2 ball and chains are a bit slow against you. I should have gone for a bit more speed, maybe. Maybe try to take some of your rerolls off you with a Halfling Master Chef. I don't know. It's hard to say, isn't it? I don't think I could have beaten you, to be fair. But yeah, going back to this game.
Yeah.
This was Phil's game to win. It really was. As I say, Barry was tilted a little, but it is what it is. And a draw for the Ogres against an experienced Norse team is a good result, really, at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, there's the 44 ones.
Look at it. What's the go for it? It's a bit blurred, my end.
Oh yeah, it's 5 successes, 4 failures, 55% for the going for it. Yeah, 44 ones rolled. That's not very good. Yeah, for the Berserkers, the Berserkers would, quite a lot of 6s, not many 1s. Gonna go to the block dice. Yeah, not too bad for that one, and then quite a lot of skulls for the Norse on the dice rolls. Yeah, so
a lot of the time he's rolling 3 dice, and he was even re-rolling 3 dice to kill the Snots. That's all he wanted to do was kill Snotlings.
Well, just get your SPP.
Yeah.
So wow, okay, this has gone leaner than it was before.
He wants a reroll, and he's 10k short. If he'd have got that touchdown, then he'd have got another 10 grand for winning the game, and he could have got his 3rd reroll. But it wasn't to be. So next game, he's going to have 2 Loner Snots.
I'm quite liking the. I'm coming around on the skill choices here with break, tackle, and stand firm. That's quite nice. I've come around on the sure hands as well. Like I'm actually there's part of it that I really like the symmetry of everyone having 1 skill here. It's very good. I think Liston's about to level up, or Tyson as well, to obviously maybe get something else. But I'm assuming there was another stand firm leveled up. Dempsey.
Yeah, one of them too. Yeah.
So I am liking that.
Good shout, isn't it? As I say, each person has their job. And he's got 2 stand firm pieces that just get in the way and become a pain. It's just when they bonehead, it's just out the window, isn't it?
Yeah. So look at the Berserkers.
I think they're a bit beaten up, this team.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that is beaten up. Nothing too permanent, as you said. The Apothecary was used there, but there's still a lot of really great players on here, but it's going to be a slightly lower TV for whoever's going to be playing this match. Do you know if anyone leveled up this game?
I don't, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So, I know that he put guard on the Yeti before this game, which I thought that would be screaming out for Mighty Blow myself. You're facing ogres, your next game's against ogres, claw Mighty Blow all day long.
Yeah. But yeah, once again, it's still a team to be watching out for, especially when these missing next games come back. This is a lot of quite key players that are going. So I'll be interested. It's still a relatively decent TV. You've got 1 extra loner that's going to be coming in on there as well. So
how many players has he got for the next game?
10.
So he's got another 50k
Oh
on top
wait,
of that TV.
no, 9 actually.
Oh, so 100k on top of that TV then. So he's 1490 for the next game.
So he's going to have a couple of extra ones. So yeah, cool. That was a 2 teams we went through then, wasn't it? Yeah. So it's the Screamers and the Headhunters. Vampires versus like let's have a quick look at the my phone. I've got it on my phone. The list of the predictions. It just keeps closing every time because I've not. I've not been wiggling it, so I'm just trying to buy myself some time. So you went
Surely
with.
we both went for the Zons.
We were both went for the Zoms. You went 2-0 for the Zons, and I went 2-1 for the Zons. So I'm having a cracking week of predictions.
You are.
So it's this is always gonna honestly. Well, you saw the match, so you can talk us through it.
Yeah, it's without being too harsh, this was a boring game. It really was. It was just really one-sided. There was no way the Vampires had a chance in this game.
Well, they have scored. They have scored though. So there was this on their own drive or
they were 2-0 down at the time. Alistair was more into trying to foul everyone at the end rather than stop the ball carrier. I thought that was a little bit low of Alistair, to be fair, just like trying to beat up a team that's bottom of the table and already sustained quite a lot of injuries. But
there is a lot of fouling. It is Blood Bowl. There is a lot of fouling that's going on, and
I'm a fine one to talk, can I?
Yeah, well, I was going to say you did go into our match trying to kill everyone. So I don't like it's. I haven't seen the match, so I couldn't comment. But it's some of these more slow-paced, methodical matches. You could argue that the match we had was potentially boring because I was running away a lot as well. So I'm slightly hesitant to say that, but it does seem that it's. A 2-1 is a respectful score for both parts because it wasn't.
It is, yeah. Ken didn't get hammered, but you could tell that Ken sort of had enough of this team. He's going to go nowhere at the end of the season. And then
is that an official statement or is that?
No, but just by looking at his gameplay and how he's been playing, Vampires when they get going, they're not too bad. It's hard getting them going, and they just get beaten up week after week, and it gets a bit boring, doesn't it, playing them?
Well, if you get beaten up, it is tough to come back to. Inducement wise, was there anything interesting kind of used there?
What did he take? He took a wizard and a bribe.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
So the Amazons went 2-0 up, so they presumably broke the vampire drive.
Everything was just going against Ken. Alistair got a blitz kick off as well, and just it was just all one way traffic. It really was. Even the sweltering heat.
Ken. Say that again. I think you just cut out.
I've got a note at the bottom here that might be interesting. Alistair needs to up his game if he wants to win this year. So, I think Alistair needs to knuckle down.
He's winning. He's winning a lot of matches. He's doing pretty well.
He is, but I don't think that if he played like that every week, I don't think he'd win it. Especially with the competition he's got with you and Callum, especially. It's yet to be seen.
I don't know. I'm still nervous about facing them. To be honest, I think they've got a good chance of taking both me and Callum out.
When you're playing an opponent that has sort of given up, it's hard to bring your A game into it. So we'll see.
Well, let's have a look at this. So looking through here, it's kind of the Screamers have got some possession. 3, so that is the touchdown that they scored. Headhunters really kind of, just kind of getting a lot of the SPP there. Looking at the Screamers, that's quite a few 1s. You don't really want those with your. I was about to say Blood Frenzy. That's not it. What's the mega trait for vampires called again? I forget.
Bloodlust.
Bloodlust. That's it. I'm pretty fair there.
It was about right, Bloodlust.
A little bit of high. for those two compared to the powers, at least. Especially when against Amazons, you need the powers, right?
If Kenneth brought the vampires in on a side league where everybody starts off at TV 1000, he might have had a chance. But bringing them into a developed league as such, I know there's only half the teams are developed, but it would have just made that little bit of difference, I think.
Well, no, but also fair dues for going in and picking like one of the more like is it tier 1.5, tier 2 teams. Like it is good to get that experience, and you learn a lot from matches, even if they do look like slightly lower paced or like more standard. And there is a lot to be said of like learning your way around by putting yourself into a difficult position. So I do give respect for that.
Yeah, totally. Like I've been playing the goblins, and I've been getting better and better each week with them, I find.
So.
But I have entered games against the AI, which has helped me out as well.
So yeah, having a look at the breakdown. Obviously, the skills haven't been selected yet. We've got one waiting for his thrall. It's going to be interesting. Like I think another wrestle, another dirty player would work quite well there.
He's got the money for another vampire now.
Oh yes. Which seems like vampires are good. Vampires are good to have on vampire teams. 3
vampires really makes a difference.
Yeah, it's just really hurting for losing that one earlier in the season. So maybe when you get those 3 vampires, you start developing it. It might be like a bit more. You're able to kind of like deliver what you want to be doing with the team, because obviously you want to be like scoring a lot and doing all this stuff with the vampires and not worrying too much about like the bloodlust and such. But maybe with a little bit more development you could get there. We come on to the to the Amazons. Once again, a really really great like cut down like lean team. It is very good. Like. A lot of guard, a lot of tackle as well, which you like to see on an Amazon because it's setting you up for that mirror match. It's setting you up. Have you played them yet?
Yeah, I played them. Yeah, we drew. He's tailor making it right for the league. I know I wasn't too nice about the game he played this week, but that's just a one-off, mate. He's been playing really well all season. And he's building a lovely team, so maybe he will get to that final and beat whoever it's going to be. Well, I think you're the favourite, Matt. I really do.
Well, I've got a lot of blodge, and so it does seem like he's building a counter to that, which is 100% the correct decision. So that is impressive from a recapper perspective, and I give you a big up for that. From a coach perspective, I look at that and going, oh crap. But yeah, like that's it's we're getting towards the end of the season. We're kind of getting to the point where these big matches are going to be happening. Were there any level ups?
Yeah, because you haven't played yet, have you? You two?
No, we haven't played yet. No. So were any good level ups here, or this is looking about the same as it was last week? Apologies, because I've been travelling around. I've had a chance to make a huge amount of notes myself, which is why I appreciate you having done most of the back end note making for this one.
Did he have kick on number 7 before?
Oh no, that might be the new one. Getting kick on there, which I think is probably a good choice. So let's go back and. Yes, he was playing the vampires, and we've done them. Okay, excellent. So if we head back to the schedule and go on to this one here. So in terms of the predictions, do you remember what you predicted?
I don't. You know what? You did 3-1, and I said 3-1. And then changed it to 3-0.
That's
right?
exactly what happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You nailed it. What did you get? You got.
I got them all apart from I got the Liam's match against the AI this time. So I'm feeling. I knew I'd got a couple right. I hadn't realised it was quite that good coming into it. But yeah, this was So how did this match pan out?
game of the week without a doubt. Callum was outstanding in this game. He really was. Chris started off. He took the chainsaw and a bribe, which, yeah, I get it. You know, I do get it against the elves. It is a viable tactic to have. Maybe the wizard would have been better, but no. Chris played really well. He managed to get up the sideline. Looks like he's going to score. You know, straight away, like two turns. He manages to get his ball carrier right on the sideline and get his guard piece on the left-hand side of him, and he looks safe there. It doesn't look like he's going to he's going to lose the ball. Anything's going to be 2 dice uphill. Callum just comes out with this amazing play. He manages to get a guy in front and behind the ball carrier, and then he hits the guard player into the ball carrier to surf the ball carrier off the pitch. And
Nice.
it's quality play. It's unfortunately we're not doing any clips this week, but to me that was the play of the week. It really was. And from that moment on, it was just uphill for Chris. You know, Callum just gets the ball and just scores and just keeps scoring, basically.
Well, it sounds like this would be a good opportunity if someone was going to do a replay commentary on it. It sounds like this would be the match for the week to do it on, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really recommend people watching this game. When Callum plays Wood Elves, he plays Elves. Chris is really up in his game lately. As we know, he to the semi-finals of the side league, which was really good. If these two played in the semi-final, but it just fell apart for him in that league. But no, Chris is getting better, and I think Chris is more suited to a sort of passing game. Maybe he's going to ditch these humans and move on.
Humans can pass, like.
Yeah, not like elves, though, can they?
No, but you know.
I think he's bringing the high elves into the main league season, which would be really interesting because
cool.
Yeah, he's got a strength full thrower and he's got a really nice team building there.
Yeah.
But, Callum goes 1-0 up. Then he goes 2-0 up. Then it goes 2-1, and then right at the end, Callum just does this fantastic one-turn touchdown. I thought he messed it up. And then he just pulls it back and just manages to get this fantastic touchdown. It was he looks good. He really does. Callum could be winning his first main league trophy this year. That's how good he is with elves. Can they stay alive? The only bad thing I think Callum's got going for him this season is that he's playing my goblins on the last game of the season.
Oh, that's not the position you want to be doing that in. That's unfortunate. No.
But there's another game at the end of the season which isn't too good either. I've got a feeling it's Liam against Alistair. So there's a couple of lost, because your team's going to carry over they're all busted up. That's going to make a big difference, isn't it? So those week 9 matches will be interesting. But we'll move on to that in a
yeah. So the SPP, like everyone's earning lots here. That's great. Love to see it. I'm looking forward. I'm just gonna run quickly through the dice rolls in case anything obvious jumps out because I want to have a look and see what the state of the. That's a lot of ones. That's a lot of ones. For the elves there, I suppose they're just doing a lot of stuff.
27 dodges, 10.
That's 62% dodges. That's not actually very.
Yeah. It's really low.
Yeah. Huh. Okay, but let's head back and have a look at the teams. So
have a look at the teams.
Yeah. So let's start off with MASH. Lovely theme name as well. I do love me a theme team.
Because Chris was without his star player, his catcher for that game, and it made a difference. He's got him back now. He's got a nickel. But I think Chris will play a lot better in his next game.
Any interesting level ups this time?
he got guard on a blitzer, I believe. That might be wrong. Did he have guard on his troll before?
I think so. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe not. Well, guard is good anyway. Like you can't really go wrong with that, especially when you're mostly a strength 3.
I've been playing humans in another league,
Hmm.
and they're so frustrating to play. You know, you're always trying to capitalise on your opponent's weakness rather than your own strengths because you don't have any, and they're really tough to play. They really are. I've seen people do really well with them, but I haven't done well at all with them in the league I play in, and I'm ditching them now. I'm fed up with them.
And then we've got these these pro elves.
So what did Callum get? I don't think I've looked at his team.
Yeah, so some interesting choices here, which I don't remember seeing last time. We've got some shadowing on this blitzer. Interesting building as a safety there. High movement. I think shadowing obviously to do difference of movement skills, so maybe it's quite tempted to put those on a catcher, but then again you're kind of building your catchers for different roles. So I've likewise got a safety as one of my blitzers. We've got pass block on this catcher. Interesting. Wow. I didn't realise that. I feel much less bad about taking safe throw now, knowing that people are doing some lovely old pass block action.
Pass block's a good shout on the catcher, isn't it? It really is. Nerves are still catch.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
He's taking shadowing on that blitzer because he's trying to turn it into a war dancer. I know how he thinks. He had these war dancers that were just horrible, and he'll be taking tackle on that dude next.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of like diving tackle and tackle rather than shadowing and tackle, but I can see that your movement 7 shadowing is going to be kicking in for most people, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I think that's the last of our teams. If we have a quick look at the leaderboard, and then we can go through to next week's matches. Does that make sense? So, taking a look, at the top of the table we've got, a strong contingent of the top 4. Alistair and me are kind of drawing up here. Alistair's getting it done when it needs to be. Callum is slightly over. As I think you've mentioned before, this 4th spot is really kind of what's up for grabs here. You're gonna.
It looks like it's between me and Liam, really, but other teams can creep into that.
I think Barry could get up there.
He's got that beaten up team, hasn't he? Yeah, Barry can get up there without a doubt, but he really needs to win his next game.
Like no one's. I don't think anyone's statistically guaranteed a spot yet. I think it's going to be next. I've not done my math, so I think it's next week where we're going to start to see people guaranteed to get through.
Okay.
Because there's still 3 more matches.
Yeah.
And obviously it depends how things go. But so next week we've got Al versus the AI. I think we're both going to have Al here. Like I think it's gonna. I'm going to go 3-0 on this one. I'm looking forward to seeing what. Al's going to have a little bit of a free run against these elves and just really just put the boot in with all of that tackle and I think that's going to be a 3-0. I don't know about yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2-0, and if Addison's clever, he's going to really look to see who he wants scoring. Really try to get those people without skills or people with the people that he needs to get block or whistle or whatever he wants. Really concentrate on getting those guys scoring, preparing himself for that next game, and try not to get too beaten up by the AI because they can damage your team.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like Al's an experienced coach. You've got to think he's going to be looking to get that good SPP distribution going on, and if he can get those vanity passes, which I know he likes to do, if you get those get that scoring on like the right players, like you say. We're going to be we've been pretty high on the team. Like this week, I think next week we're going to be seeing some real interesting choices there, and I really look forward to seeing what he does with that. So yeah, the Callum's Pro Elves versus the slightly beaten up Norse. What do you have here?
I'm gonna have. Sorry, Barry, but I'm gonna have 4-0 to the Pro Elves. Yeah, he's really turning it on now.
I think Barry's an experienced coach. I think there's going to be a bit of. I'm still going to give it. The team's beaten up. I'm going to give it 2-1 to Callum. I think there's going to be a bit of a beatdown. Sorry, say that again.
A big difference between the reviews on that one.
Yeah, well, we're both putting Callum as winning, but I just think that those sneaky Norse, you can never count them out, and I think there's just going to be some whittling down going on, and just kind of
I watched Callum's game. I was just so impressed with that game against Chris, and one-turn touchdowns and just crazy ass play and just ill paying off. I'm a Callum fan now.
So. The humans versus the other Pro Elves. I'm going 3-1 to the Pro Elves here. I just think that I'm going to be able to get a bit of the advantage and just move through. Hopefully, I'm not going to get caught out too badly.
Yeah, you got the team, and if Chris doesn't play as soon as he gets home from work when he's all tired, if Chris can actually arrange his game like for when he's refreshed, I think he'll give you a good game. He's got his catcher back. I'm gonna go 2-2.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. As long as brings his A game, as I say, if he's not tired, I think he's going to give you a run for your money.
Okay. So, Vampires versus the Orcs.
Just Ken, man, he's just struggling bad, isn't he? And Liam is flying at the moment. If Ken gets some good inducements on him, he might have a chance. But I think Ken's given up slightly. I'm going to give it 2-0 to the Orcs.
Okay. I mean, I'm not counting Ken out. I think it's very easy when you've suffered some losses, especially when you've lost like a vampire very early on, and it can be tempting. But I think we shouldn't count any coaches out. I do think that.
You know what? Saying that, he might have 3 vampires, and Liam probably hasn't played against vampires that much, so they could be a little shock on the cards.
I mean, I'm gonna go with 2-1 to Liam, just because I think Liam's on a bit of a tear. That's nothing to do with like with Ken. It is a team that's been beaten up a bit, unfortunately, the Vampires, and I think Liam's just gonna be able to get a bit of an edge just over that. Last we've got the Punch Drunk Posse versus the Looney Tunes.
If I had a full strength team, then oh man, we did a practice game before the season started with TV 1000 with ogres versus goblins, and Phil knows how to play against goblins basically, so it's going to be a tough game.
I'm giving it 2-1 to the ogres. I think your team's been beat up. Yes, I think your team's been beat up, and Phil does have that experience edge playing against the goblins as well.
All right, I've lost your sound, mate.
Oh, 2-1 to the ogres. I'm just letting you think.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Right, because he hasn't got any inducement money and he's only got 2 rerolls, I'm hoping Bonehead to kick in, and I've got a bit of inducement money. Maybe a wizard coming in. I think that'd be quite good against them. 2-0 to the Looney Tunes.
Okay.
No, 1-0 to the Looney Tunes, because I don't like scoring at half time.
Okay, very good. Well, that's food for the week, and just want to take the opportunity to.
I'm just going to say, Ken, I'm not against you, mate. I just think you are a good coach, but I just think that your team's just been beaten up, and there's nothing personal, man. I just know what it's like when your teams are beaten up and you're down the bottom of the league, and it just doesn't turn into much fun anymore.
Yeah,
You'll be there next season, man.
Yeah, absolutely, and likewise for all of the coaches when we're going over things. We love being part of this league. We love doing recaps and stuff. We know everyone here is going for going forward. So just want to know we appreciate everyone in the league, and thank you everyone for playing and doing all that stuff. So, do you have anything to sign off with there?
Yeah, as usual. That's all.
And we will see you on the pitch.